Welcome back, Fitness Together family. It is Kyle and Nick. We are going over our August mobility hygiene. We've got a whole new set of 5 movements for us to take a look at that I'll be coaching Kyle through that I want you and anyone else around you to do at home. Now, before we get into anything, quick preface, we're just going to be doing an abbreviated version of these movements today, but ideally, as we go through them, I'll give my suggestions for what I would like you to do at home on your own time. All right, so first off, we're going to start off with a hip controlled articulated range of motion. Now, whenever we do this, because it is a balanced movement, I want something to hold on to, whether you're putting your hand against the wall, or in this case, Kyle's holding on one of our smart sticks, just to make this movement a little bit easier to control. What we're going to do is we're going to raise one knee up into a 90-degree position. We're going to slowly bring it out perpendicular to our body. We're going to turn our knee down towards the floor and pull our knee in next to our next leg. And then we're going to do the exact opposite sequence, bringing our leg out, knee up towards the ceiling, and bringing our knee back in. The whole idea is we're trying to scrape through our ball and socket joint with as much range of motion as we can, back and forth. So I would recommend doing this 3 to 5 times at home as we work through. And you're going to feel the difference from left side to the right side, and that's okay. That's the whole point. We're just trying to restore and strengthen some of our hip mobility. We're going to follow up with a half kneeling hip flexor stretch. So we're going to get ourselves down onto a half kneeling position. We're going to drive this bottom leg forward, trying to feel a stretch right inside of our hip while being cautious to not arch our back. We want to keep our spine stacked from our shoulders through our hips. Once we feel that stretch inside of the hip, we're going to take the same side arm up, over, and away, and we're going to start to breathe. We should feel a nice long stretch all the way through that same side. I would recommend holding this for 5 slow breaths on each side. Okay? Once we finish this movement up, we're going to get ourselves into an all fours position. And we're going to work on a favorite here, which is going to be our cat camel or cat cow. First off, we want to make sure that we're pushing our hands through the floor. Then we are going to push our upper back away into the ceiling, trying to dome our back as high as we can with a big inhale. We're going to follow it up with a nice long exhale, arching our back as much as we can. And as Kyle is doing, looking forward at the bottom of range of that position. We're going to go back and forth on this, hopefully feeling an increase in range of motion and a really good stretch through our spine. If you feel any discomfort in this position, I want you to go up until that point of pain. If you can't dome your back all the way or arch your back all the way, that's fine, but there should be a controlled range of motion within that movement that does not hurt. That's where I want you to start off. And then hopefully as we do more and more of this, we can build and get a little more range of motion out of this position. While we're already down here on the floor, we're going to follow up with a child's pose. So we want to have our shoelaces flat on the ground now. We want to sit back onto our heels. We're going to go left, right, and center. So I want to reach my arms out, sitting my weight back onto my heels. You should feel a stretch through your lower back, but also through your shoulders, trying to pull against the floor ever so slightly. We're going to hold each of these positions for 5 breaths. So we're going to start off on the left. We're going to scoot ourselves, walk ourselves hand over to the right. Once we're there, we're going to sit back right in the same way that we're doing here, focusing again on those 5 deep breaths. Once we've finished off our left and our right, we're going to go back to center, going hand over hand, dropping our weight back one last time, big stretch through the arms. The final movement we're going to do is called a pillow press. So what we're going to do, we're going to lay flat on the ground, knees bent, lower back pressed into the ground. Now, you'll notice that Kyle has one of our RX pads underneath his hand. We recommend having a pillow or something to that effect under your hand as well. What we're focusing on here, both arms are going to be pushing into the floor as hard as you can. And then with a big exhale, we're going to turn our chin slowly towards the elevated arm. And with a big inhale, we'll pull our chin back towards to center, looking up towards the sky. One really important detail as we work through this is I want to make sure that we're trying to pack our chin. We're essentially tucking our chin, getting that triple chin. Listen, it's not ideal, but listen, for the workout, it's going to be really helpful. get that triple chin action, and we're going to focus on that rotation towards that elevated arm and back in. And naturally, for a movement like this, we want to do this on each side, and we're going to go for 5 breaths, 5 repetitions on each side. That's our recommendation. I hope that you try it out at home. Let us know what you think.